So it's been a roller coaster of a ride these last couple of months, but finally we got some good news. And when it comes to the $10,000 EIDL advance, you might be getting the full amount after all. Let's jump into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jonathan Moore. I'm a photographer, filmmaker, and a creative entrepreneur, and I like to make videos like these for other creative entrepreneurs who are trying to build a life on their terms and get it how they live. So if that sounds like something that you're into, feel free to check out some of the other videos on my channel and even consider subscribing. So today we got some good news. We have a new piece of legislation that is currently being proposed by Senator Rosen and by Senator Cornyn. One is out of Nevada, the other is out of Texas, and this is for the EIDL loan program. So the name of this new legislation still has the acronym EIDL, which is Ensuring Increased Disaster Loans, which basically says that they are looking to fund the EIDL program with more money. As you know, currently the EIDL grant program has come to a stop. They claim that they ran out of money. Whether they have or they haven't, I really don't know. It's the SBA, and they're not the most transparent characters. But either way, the good news is that with this new bill, this new piece of legislation, they will be adding more funding to the program and to the tune of $180 billion. The reason that they are coming up with this plan is because they're saying that they need increased funds for not only the loan program, but for the grant program itself. As you guys know, there was a lot of controversy going on with the grant program, where we were originally supposed to get $10,000 as the CARES Act instated. But instead, the SBA decided to give $1,000 per employee. With this new piece of legislation, you're going to be getting that $10,000 that the CARES Act originally said that we were supposed to get. So yes, for the people who have already gotten their grants, or the people who are maybe still waiting for grants, if this piece of legislation passes, if you already got a grant, you could be getting up to the full $10,000 amount if you didn't already do so. And for the people who are still out there waiting, you could be getting the $10,000 grant as well. Also, in this new bill, they are prohibiting the SBA from capping loans at $150,000. Originally, in the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, or the EIDL program, you were supposed to be able to get loans up to $2 million depending on the size of your business, the revenue, etc., etc. But the SBA had instead capped those loans at $150,000. So with this new bill, they are going to prohibit the SBA from capping those loans at $150,000. And if you have a company that's doing revenue of, a good size, you could be getting that up to $2 million loan. As far as how they plan to split the money up, they are saying that they're going to add another $100 billion into the loan program and another $80 billion into the grant program. And they are also requiring that the SBA give you the full $10,000 regardless of the size of your company. As long as you have an eligible company, they're requiring that you get the full $10,000. So for people I know out there who have reached out to me from past videos who said they haven't gotten the full $10,000, this might be your opportunity where you get the full $10,000. And like I had mentioned before, if you were waiting on the grant, or maybe you applied too late where they had, said that they were stopping the grant program, that should open up if this piece of legislation passes. In addition to the funding of this program, they're also going to require that the SBA have monthly reports to the Senate and the House. They're going to ask them about the allocation of funds. They're going to ask them about the status of the funds, whether they are running short, how many people have received them, etc., etc. And this is really great news because when this program first came out, a lot of people were excited, including myself. But the SBA hasn't been the most transparent of agencies, and a lot of people feel like they've been scammed and they've been cheated out of what they should have been eligible to receive. So for a lot of us out there, this is great news because a lot of entrepreneurs, sole proprietors, independent contractors, they need this money, right? They are hurting right now, and it's very tough when you have states opening up and then shutting down and then maybe shutting down again after they opened up, and you got the government telling you what you can and you can't do or what type of business you can and you can't conduct. It's just been a complete mess for the last couple of months. And the way it's looking right now, I don't know if we're going to return to any type of sense of normalcy anytime soon. So the fact that this program is going to do three things, which is A, add more funding to the program, B, require that you get the $10,000 advance regardless of your size. And C, force the SBA to have more transparency is really good news. Now, I had did a video previously where I had talked about them launching investigations on people who were committing fraud on the EIDL loan program. And that video got some interesting comments. A lot of people were like, yeah, that's wrong. And a lot of people were like, so what? Who cares? The SBA is frauds or they're criminals. And listen, regardless, be what it is, it's just not right when people are taking advantage of the program who don't have a business, who don't plan on going back to a business or even building a business. Because I know a lot of the sole proprietors out there, the small business owners who are really dependent on this money are hurting. And if they're losing out money because of scammers, well, then that's really unfortunate. As somebody who spent the last 3 years building a business, I can tell you straight up, it's not easy. And so to see your business crumbling right before your eyes because of all the government mandates in place, and then to watch a scammer walk off with the money does not feel good. Now, I'm not going to be judging people one way or the other. I believe that there's guilty parties on all sides, but hopefully this new piece of legislation passes, which will enable a lot of those sole proprietors, entrepreneurs, the gig economy workers, everybody who's eligible to participate in this program to get what they were rightfully deserved as the CARES Act originally intended. So hopefully this piece of legislation gets passed in the very near future. And hopefully this video was helpful, and hopefully it provided a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, a little bit of inspiration for all those people out there who are, really need this money right now, who are really trying to keep their business afloat. It gives you a little inspiration to just hang in there a little bit longer. It sucks depending on the government. They're very slow. It seems like they don't care, which they probably really don't. But at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do to make it happen. And if these programs are available, then we need to take advantage of them. So that's it for me today, guys. Hopefully you found this video useful and helpful. If so, give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, let me know what's going on with you in the EIDL program right now. Are you still waiting for funds? Did you get the grant? Did you not get the grant? And what are you feeling about this overall plan just in general? So to all my people out there who are trying to build a life on their terms and get it how they live, this is your man, Jonathan Moore. And I'm signing out. Peace.